And I'm talking to Traff Doherty, who is the executive director of the Curtis Museum. And Traff, I'm going to turn this over to you, but I just want to tell you that when we talk about travel treasures close to home, I think this is probably got to be one of the most unique treasures in terms of museums that I think I've ever seen in this country. Why don't you just tell me about the museum, where it came from, and what it is?
This museum dates back to the mid-60s, 1961 to be exact, and it was put together by a former Curtis employee named Otto Cole. He felt that there should be some edifice for Curtis's honor here in Hammondsport, where so much of his early experimentation took place. Curtis is actually from Hammondsport. He was born here. His name Glen comes from his mother's loving of the natural glen that comes down into town where the water comes down through in a natural creek. And of course, Glen Hammond Curtis is for Hammondsport. So one would say his mother was really fond of Hammondsport. But Glen went on to start a bicycle, then a motorcycle business, and ultimately an aircraft manufacturing career here in Hammondsport. So Otto Cole felt that we should have a museum here for his honor. In 1961, he put one together in a charming old stone school building over in the middle of town. It was there for 30 years, and in the early 90s, 92 to be specific, we moved the museum to what was a former wine storage warehouse over here in the wetlands, and this is where the museum is to this day. It's a much larger building and lends itself better to properly presenting and exhibiting the artifacts such as aircraft. Bear in mind, however, that Curtis 100 years ago was a motorcycle manufacturer. He had no idea he was going to fly anything. He was becoming an expert and renowned in the area of small, lightweight internal combustion engines. And for that reason, he was approached by a man in 1904 to supply a V-twin motorcycle engine for a dirigible.